Hey, Scruffy. So I'm on time tonight, not early. Just a little bit of sunlight left. Guess you're ready for food, huh? Okay. So let's get the food on the table. Let's take the water bowl off the little table. Get the glove. And sit in the chair. Scruffy seems a little defensive. He's avoiding the head area. Wants me to pet the body, not the head. And he almost did a headbutt there, and then he stopped at the last second. Okay, so Scruffy's letting me pet a little higher up. Still avoiding the head, though. Not sure what's prompting this change. So the weather was actually really nice today. So can't blame the weather. Yeah, Scruffy's avoiding me here. Not sure what's going on. Okay, there's a headbutt. So, guess Scruffy threw up yesterday. I don't think that would change his behavior today, though. I can talk about his vomit last night. So, I didn't include the footage, but so after Scruffy threw up, he threw up twice, or yeah, two volleys. So usually when he throws up, he does usually somewhere. So it's always between 1 and 4 volleys. So if he's eaten a lot, he'll do up to 4, and the fourth one's usually like almost no food comes out. If he hasn't eaten as much, then it might be only 2 volleys. I think traditionally he throws up, I think, at the end of the meal, and he does 3 volleys. He didn't. Yeah, he did 2 volleys last night. He didn't really. He was only partway through the food, so that's why. I've been a little over 2 weeks ago, I think, about 2 weeks ago, I introduced the little table because I thought maybe if he eats elevated, it may reduce the instances of him vomiting. So the theory is that his esophagus is mostly horizontal because he's on all 4 legs. But if he can eat a little upright, so he's kind of his back is down and his front is up, then gravity may help get the food down. And I found other people claiming basically similar ideas on the internet. So, and some people actually sell elevated cat food bowls and stuff like that. So I happened to find a little table that would allow Scruffy to eat a little, or elevate his food slightly, so he can try to eat. I can try to make him eat, elevate it. And for 2 weeks, it seemed to be helping because he's been throwing up a little more often. Okay, Scruffy's starting to get to the pets now. So let me stroke his chin and head. Yeah, he's pushing a little more into the pets now. So So it just took a while to get Scruffy warmed up here. But anyway, yeah, so the elevation seems to have helped for the past 2 weeks because he made it 2 weeks, which is more than he's made it recently. Recently, he seems like it's been every few days, and I think partly because I've been feeding him at lunch now, and when I feed him at lunch, I just put it on the little red plate, and he really has to get his head down for that, and I think that was aggravating the problem. So at the table, I think that's helped, but then he threw up last night for the first time, so I was a little disappointed to see that. I think the table has helped, but maybe I need to increase the elevation. But anyway, I got a closer look at his vomit last night after he stopped filming, and I actually did take a picture. But so frequently he's been eating his vomit, and he doesn't seem to have any preference over his vomit versus fresh food. So, and generally the food probably doesn't even ever reach his stomach. It gets stuck in his esophagus, and then he throws it up, and so it's still probably pretty fresh. It's not like it's partly digested or really nasty with stomach fluids or something. But the second volley last night was still there. He didn't eat it. He ate the first volley, but not the second. And I took a closer look at the second, and there was something bigger in there. It was kind of big and slimy. Not sure what it was, but yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure it was something I did not feed him. And so I'm thinking he caught something and he ate it, and that was deeper down in his esophagus or maybe even stomach, and he threw that up in the second volley because it was further down than the cat food I gave him. But yeah, he didn't eat that, and it did look kind of nasty, and that's why I didn't put it in the footage. But my thinking is maybe that played a role in his vomiting last night. So maybe that got stuck in his esophagus since it was bigger than everything else. I'm going to say it was the size of... it's too big for a mouse, unless it was a very small mouse. Maybe a lizard. But yeah, it was kind of it was gray and fleshy colored, slimy. Couldn't really make out any form, so it could have been anything. I'm not sure if it was actually an animal, but it didn't look like the cat food I gave him, and it was too big to be the rotisserie chicken scraps. And the rotisserie chicken scraps have color also, so this is all gray slimy. So I think I'm going to put this in the category of maybe Scruffy was going to throw up anyway, and maybe I don't need to elevate the plate yet, because I think the other thing that he threw up may have played a big role in his vomit last night. So anyway, I had to clean that second volley up myself since Scruffy didn't eat it, so I had to get some stuff to pick that up and clean up the deck a little bit. It's pretty nasty. So Scruffy starting to calm down here. So he was getting more into the pets, and now he's just kind of getting a little less into the pets. So I think he's probably ready for food. So I think maybe I'll get him his food now. Okay, let's get your food. So I'm going to use the table. Even though he threw up last night, I think it still helps. So, okay, so now we get the food. But yeah, actually, I probably won't get rid of the table. In fact, I'll probably, if I need to do anything, I'll probably try to elevate it even more. But for now, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not sure how to elevate it easily. So I need to either put something on top of it or put something underneath it. But since I kind of move it around, I haven't found anything that's like a good fit. Because I don't want the table to fall off or the other thing I put on to fall off. And then, yeah, I need something kind of the right size. I consider myself lucky to find that table. I don't know what it goes with. I wonder if there's like a part of a fancy tea set or something. Let's see. So I saw Scruffy late this morning. So I thought I'd see him on the rocks this morning because the weather was really nice. But I didn't see him on the rocks. So yeah, the sun came out. It's a little chilly, but yeah, so it's like a good combination for him to be out on the rocks. Didn't see him there, and then late, I think it was mid-late morning, I saw him sleeping on the table. And then at lunchtime, he was still sleeping, and it was, I think, halfway through lunch, and I felt like if I waited, I'd probably miss lunch, and I ended up feeding him too late, and so I was kind of hoping he'd wake up. He was looking directly in my direction, so I was hoping he'd eventually wake up, and he eventually did open his eyes, and then he did see me, and then that's when I started trying to film him at the same time that I was preparing his kibble and water. So the camera was kind of bouncing up and down as I was trying to handle everything. So it may have fell out of frame. But yeah, he was looking at me, and then as I got further along in my meal prep, and I had to shift over because the kibble container is not in front of the window, but it's to the side. And so I think as I started shifting over, then Scruffy started getting the idea I was going to come out soon, and he started getting into his jump off the table position, where he lunges off the table, lands on the orange chair, and then jumps down. So eventually, I came to the door. He's still not jumped down, so I was able to, I think, capture him jumping down off the table from the door. And then we did lunch. Hey, Scruffy. How you doing? It's lunchtime. Didn't think you'd be sleeping. So we're halfway through. Oh, you're jumpy. Okay, yeah. Seem ready for your food, and then you just look up. Okay, let's get here. So tonight's dinner is mini pate with real chicken and tuna, kibble, and rotisserie chicken scraps. And this is the last of the can, so we'll have to get another flavor tomorrow. So I think the mini pate with real ocean whitefish is up next. And Scruffy hasn't been really cleaning his bowl very well the last few days. I'm thinking maybe I think he threw up is the reason why. Maybe caught a big meal or something, or he's catching a lot of little meals. So I was hungry. But yeah, that's good. And Gopher it was causing me a lot of problems, and yeah, Scruffy didn't do anything to help me. I'm wondering if I lost a couple. I think I lost a couple plants. I'm wondering if the trees that died are related to the. I'm not sure if it was a gopher or vole or mole or what else, but yeah, there have been pests in the garden that I kind of wanted Scruffy to take care of, and I don't think he did a very good job. I caught 3 gophers, I think last year. I fed him one. Yeah, I offered it all 3 of them to him. He ate one of them, so we had to get fresh kills. I think yeah, the other 2 he didn't eat were probably not fresh enough kills. The one he ate was a pretty fresh kill. Yeah, I'm looking at my trees. Some of them, yeah. So it looks like spring is blossoming in certain areas, but there are a couple trees that are barren. I'm worried that they died. I've been losing trees the past couple years, and I'm worried I may have lost another couple. I thought those were in better shape, so I thought they would survive the winter, but I'm starting to get worried because they're not coming back right now. And other things are blooming, but I think there's still time. They're not. And then our weather's been weird, so winter is not. Doesn't seem to be over. It's unusual for us. Usually we get the end of winter way too early. Yeah, I didn't see what the groundhog did this year. So I'm not sure if we were supposed to have an extended winter or not. But we got one. Yeah, speaking of which, the forecast is actually predicting rain the next 2 days. So it's been predicting rain for a while, but it keeps pushing back when it's going to happen. Well, the forecast finally has shifted, so it looks like we're actually supposed to get rain tomorrow and the next day, and then I don't know what's going to happen after. But they're still warning about flooding and frost advisories, and so I'm guessing it's potentially a big storm. So I'm gonna move the balls. There's a little bit of pate and kibble at the bottom of the bowl. So quite a bit actually. In the corner. So I'm getting more noticeably lower on groceries. But because it's going to rain the next 2 days, or at least it's supposed to, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to try to hold out a little longer so I don't have to go shopping in the rain. Oh yeah, I checked my car battery again. Yeah, it's not holding a charge, so yeah, I think I need to get a new battery. So I'm gonna have to figure that out too. So I'm hoping it holds enough charge that I can at least get to the place, and then if I'm desperate enough, change the battery in the parking lot. So that's another reason I don't want any rain. So I don't know how old the battery is. I'm not sure if it's still under warranty or not. I'm guessing it's because, partly because I haven't been driving enough, and so I have to manually recharge it. Though I use the low trickle charge setting, so I thought that's supposed to not affect things, but who knows? It could just be the battery's just too old. Okay, I think Scruffy's leaving. Okay, I'm gonna get up. Thanks for watching. See you next time.